Hey, I'm Kate, and we're here to talk about my top 8 for season 3.
And action.
Number 8, location.
We have an amazing locations manager who finds these incredible places.
We try and showcase Santa Monica and Los Angeles because it's where the show takes place, and whatever we shoot has to reflect that.
A location can be so strong to a story in the show, it can be like another character.
One that speaks volumes to me was for Maya's wedding.
Sisters for the Immaculate Heart Monastery was pretty incredible.
It was a beautiful location, and we were there in the late afternoon or early evening, and it was gorgeous.
If you want a church to get married in, call Brian. That's all I'm saying.
And it's fun to go out on location in a group and take over a place like that.
It's almost like a bit of a field trip.
We hope it opens up the show because when you're inside in operating rooms a lot, it's really nice to get a breath of fresh air, literally and figuratively.
Number 7 would be the medical cases.
There were some good medical cases in season 3.
We've been trying for so long to have a baby. This could be our chance.
A chance? He raped you!
I have no idea how the writers come up with them. It's crazy. They are real nail biters.
We can't use birth control, but we can't have more kids.
I liked the Orthodox Jewish couple because it was a population that we don't always get seen.
The Torah tells us to be fruitful and multiply. We interpret that to mean that we can't do anything to try to prevent a pregnancy.
That had all their conflict about birth control. I mean, that's a very interesting subject. And you take something that's focused on someone's belief system. Where is your cutoff point? How do you treat that?
It's a way to help these people without disrespecting their beliefs.
Is that, among other things, it treats iron-deficient anemia.
I just loved dealing with the natural behavior of human beings.
As much as it's the life-death people on the surgery table is exciting, I think that what's unique about this show is when we all consult on the same cases.
Even though I know we're a fun show, we're a guilty pleasure show, we're all these things, we do make people think.
Number 6, Violet, her storyline.
What can you say about a woman who's had her baby cut out of her belly and then stolen and then given back and then given away and then... What can you say?
I think you just said it.
We left off in the cliffhanger for season 2. She has a horrible incident with being attacked by Katie and her baby cut out of her.
You didn't know if Violet was going to live or die, and you didn't know if the baby was going to live or die.
So we come back and she survives.
Where is he?
There's this wonderful moment at the end of episode 1 where I make it, the baby makes it, placed in my arms.
He's so beautiful.
They all thought that once the baby was handed back into her arms that she was going to be fine, and I kept telling people, like, don't get too attached.
And then the next episode begins with me really messed up.
I'm doing the best I can.
And she makes a decision to give her baby to Pete to take care of.
This is me being a good mom.
Violet.
If a father did it, you probably wouldn't think twice. But it is so powerful when a mother goes, I'm out of my mind. I do not know how to parent this kid, and I gotta take a break for the kid's best interest.
Watching her go through these different stages of working out both what she's been through, being able to identify and deal with the woman who cut her baby out in that wonderful episode.
You made my life hell. You made me crazy. And now you want a free pass from me?
Which I kind of thought, oh, that's the catharsis. And then I come back and then I realized, oh no, no. That's actually not the end of the story at all.
I can't think of a single episode where things haven't been bad for Violet. It's always rough for her.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. Just come back to me.
I love where we're cooking at the end of the season, where we get a lot of things answered about her healing around Lucas and what she wants.
And eventually where she comes to wanting to have a relationship with Lucas.
Violet.
Hi.
I feel like at the end of 19, I'm on the doorstep ready to say to Pete, I'm okay, and I want to be with you, and I want to be a family. And then I see Addison with the baby, and
I think that it's going to be very difficult for Pete to accept that she is now ready to become a mother to this child.
It was a chance to take a character who was whole and figuratively and literally gut her and watch her pull herself back together.
Crossover is number 5.
Oh,
Okay, people, it's not a beach party. Let's go now.
We had Chandra Wilson come down.
What are we waiting for? Where's my kidney?
Bailey is here.
That was just awesome because it just infused the show with a whole different energy, and I love the chemistry that she and I have.
I'm not the one you need to be apologizing to.
I was a fan of Grey's Anatomy from back in the day. So there's still a level of being kind of starstruck when it comes to that cast.
She's such a jolt of energy, and she just makes you feel good about what you're doing, and she makes you feel good about just being in a scene, because she just brings that with her.
Here at St. Ambrose, you'll find the doctors don't need teaching. They already know what they're doing.
And of course, she and Sam had some sizzle.
I'm gonna kiss you. Chandra's just a firecracker, just a force to be reckoned with.
You are playing God.
I'm a surgeon. It's how we pass the time.
And then, of course, we had Mark Sloan come down.
Mark, I said put something on top of it, not put you on top of me.
That was the advent of Addison sort of cracking her open and getting her back out on the dating scene, if you will.
Close the door!
Addison, this is a place of business.
I'm always thrilled to work with anybody from Grey's.
I forgot how much fun you were.
Number 4 is fashion, which is always fun, and I think it is integral to Addison.
The clothes.
The clothing on private practice.
My God, the clothes.
Good shoes. Thanks.
Fashion. You're looking at it. Let's talk.
Cynthia Bergstrom, our costume designer, does an amazing job.
This is one of the most fun shows I've designed. William's ball. That was really a lot of fun.
The getting dressed up stuff is always just a ball, putting on a tuxedo or putting on a suit.
It was really amazing to have Cynthia bring them all to life and make the benefit feel as elegant as we wanted it to feel.
Only in TV can you find a dress and be able to cut off the sleeves because you don't like them and put a new collar on or take the waist in or take it out.
I think that Cynthia does an amazing job in making each character very specific.
It's like every girl's dream to come to work and there's a rack of clothes waiting for you to try on.
I think we're one of the best dressed casts on television.
Maya's storyline number 3. Wow.
It's sort of Naomi in the no good, very bad, horrible, terrible year. The pinnacle of that being the situation with Maya. The bomb drops.
Maya's pregnant.
And Naomi doesn't seem to have the tools to be able to deal with it.
Hey, where you going? Our daughter just told us that she is pregnant. We need to talk about this.
I can't.
I'd been kicking it around for a while, just trying to figure out how we do a story about teenage pregnancy, and not necessarily the story of the kids, but the story of how parents deal with something like this happening.
That was crazy. Seeing that on the page, you know, we really, Audrey and I took a deep breath and tried to kind of prepare ourselves.
Even if you're a respectable, compassionate, professional, you fall apart when you find out your baby girl is pregnant.
Say something. Anything.
What do you want me to say?
Naomi and Violet have a similar thing where they're just not being the good mother. It's like the gloves are so off. This thing so undoes her.
In the course of things, does some terrible things. She smacks Maya. She demands that she has an abortion.
I don't want an abortion. I don't care what you want. But Mom!
The scene where I had to smack her was so difficult to do. After every shot, I had to just hug her. I just felt terrible.
It's the most amazing kind of investigation of what is it to be a parent.
It was very easy to connect with Naomi's terror, horror, and shock of the situation because I have a 9-year-old child, and the thought of all this happening in 6 short years scares me to death.
Is that what you want? I'm not gonna let you ruin your life, little girl. You think you know what you want. You have no idea. You have no idea what you want. Look at that. Look at that.
All of the mothers on set sort of joke like it's our worst nightmare.
Well, I think it was a very daring storyline, and I think that we all did it justice.
What transpires is really, really powerful.
It does make us all sit there and think about what is it to be a parent and how do you actually figure out what the best thing is for your child or your spouse or your ex-spouse for that matter.
Or any of them.
Number 2, romances. Where do you want to start?
Are you crazy? Put me down.
Nothing comes to mind.
Violet and Pete and Pete and me and Sam, it all gets kind of melds together.
Violet and Pete and Addison and Sam.
We even had a whole episode called Triangles.
It's not even a triangle, that's a Gram, whatever 5 is, I don't know.
Naomi and William.
And then you've got Dr. Fife.
Addison gets together with Mark Sloan.
Charlotte and Cooper.
And Sheldon and Charlotte.
Charlotte and Sheldon was probably like one of the biggest surprises I got.
Della has a brief moment of serendipity with Heather before she blows up.
It ended the way it ended, which was pretty intense.
She's not as hot when she's on fire.
Happiness, you got to take it in very small chunks, especially in relationships.
This place is better than a telenovela.
It's not a telenovela.
Morgan, did you do it? Did you sleep with my husband?
Number one, my mother's a lesbian.
The Addison storyline was really important to us to tell.
Addison's mother's a lesbian?
So to actually get to make Vizzy and Captain real characters on a page and then get to see them portrayed so perfectly was really exciting.
That was probably one of my all-time favorite episodes ever.
A lot of it was about having Addison face and come up against her own demons this year.
Just give me one good reason why my entire childhood was a lie.
The father-daughter, mother-daughter stuff, I think anybody can identify with, whether they're revealing that they're a lesbian or not. It was just huge.
This is like some pathetic, sad after-school special, which is just awful because now I hate you both.
Everything that she thought was true wasn't. And the idea that we get to see what happens to somebody who's been repressed or forced into a closet and never really been allowed to love the person they wanted to love.
Instead of doing what I wanted to, which was run or slit my wrists, I threw birthday parties and I smiled and I kept my mouth shut.
We're building her up for this great journey that she's on, which is to become a better person, to find redemption, to stand alone, to know who she is, all of those things.
How would you react if your whole life, everything you thought your life and family was about, was based on a massive, massive lie?
How do I feel about that? Pretty simple. It's hot.